Have you ever wondered what makes Taiwan one of the most intriguing places on Earth? An island that blends ancient tradition with cutting-edge technology, Taiwan holds more surprises than you might imagine. In this video, we're diving into 15 mind-blowing facts about Taiwan that will challenge everything you think you know about this remarkable country. From its dynamic culture to its seismic uniqueness, you're about to see why Taiwan is a place unlike any other. Let's get started. Taiwan sits right in the ring of fire. What if I told you Taiwan is sitting on top of one of the most dangerous geological hotspots in the world? Taiwan lies right in the middle of the Ring of Fire, an area notorious for its earthquakes and volcanic activity. Over 1,000 noticeable earthquakes hit Taiwan each year. But what's more surprising is that there are over 17,000 smaller ones you never even feel. It's like standing on constantly shifting ground. To put that in perspective, imagine feeling the ground tremble under your feet at least once every few days. Now imagine that this is just the tip of the iceberg. Taiwan is so seismically active that the vast majority of these quakes happen undetected, almost like living on a permanent roller coaster you're not even aware of. But the story doesn't end with earthquakes. Taiwan is also home to 4 active volcanic areas, the most famous being the Datun volcanic group, which includes Yangmingshan National Park. Yangmingshan isn't just your average park. It's a place where you can hike next to a live volcano. In fact, in 2017, scientists discovered a magma chamber only 15 kilometers away from Taipei. That's right, Taiwan's capital city is sitting closer to volcanic activity than most people would ever imagine. Have you ever wondered what it's like to live that close to nature's raw power? For the people of Taiwan, it's a daily reality. From the frequent tremors to the knowledge that an active volcano is just a short distance away, Taiwan is truly a land that lives on the edge, literally and figuratively. And yet, for all its geological drama, the people of Taiwan have not only adapted, but thrived in this dynamic environment. Only 2.4% of the population is indigenous. Did you know that only a tiny fraction of Taiwan's population is native? Just 2.4% of Taiwan's people are indigenous, despite the island being home to 16 officially recognized indigenous tribes. These tribes each have their own languages, customs, and traditions, many of which predate the arrival of settlers from mainland China by thousands of years. But here's where it gets interesting. China officially categorizes these indigenous tribes as one of its own 56 ethnic minorities, a designation that reflects the complex geopolitical relationship between Taiwan and China. This is a prime example of how history, politics, and culture often intertwine in unexpected ways. Yet despite the small percentage, these indigenous tribes contribute a colorful tapestry to Taiwan's cultural identity. Have you ever wondered what it's like to live in a place where ancient history is part of everyday life? Walk through Taiwan's more rural regions, and you'll find villages where indigenous customs are still practiced. Festivals, traditional crafts, and oral histories passed down for generations keep these cultures alive. The indigenous people of Taiwan have faced many challenges, but they've held onto their heritage with remarkable resilience. Their presence adds a unique dimension to Taiwan's culture, creating a contrast with the more modern, high-tech image that often comes to mind when people think of the island. This is a place where tradition and technology coexist in a fascinating blend. The birthplace of bubble tea. You've probably had bubble tea before, but did you know it was born right here in Taiwan? In the 1980s, a simple blend of tea, milk, and chewy tapioca pearls became a global phenomenon. Today, bubble tea is as iconic to Taiwan as pizza is to Italy. It's more than just a drink. It's a cultural symbol of Taiwan's inventiveness and openness to experimentation. But what exactly is bubble tea? The traditional version is a blend of black tea, milk, and sugar, with chewy tapioca pearls at the bottom, sucked up through a thick straw. But in Taiwan, bubble tea has evolved into much more than that. It comes in a variety of flavors: fruit teas, matcha, taro, and even cheese tea, and with a whole array of toppings from grass jelly to popping boba. Every shop has its own take, and new variations are constantly being created. Imagine walking down a street in Taipei and seeing bubble tea shops on almost every corner. It's not just a drink, It's a lifestyle. Locals and tourists alike flock to these shops, eager to try the newest flavors. In fact, bubble tea has become such a sensation that Taiwan now hosts bubble tea festivals. And there's even an international bubble tea championship. For many Western visitors, bubble tea is their first taste of Taiwan's unique culinary culture. It's one of those simple pleasures that bridges the gap between East and West. Have you ever tried it? If not, you're missing out on a delicious part of Taiwan's identity. You can drive around Taiwan in just 8 hours. What if I told you that you could drive around an entire country in less time than it takes to binge watch your favorite series? Taiwan's compact size makes it incredibly accessible. In just 8 hours, you can circle the whole island, but the real beauty lies in how much there is to see in such a short distance. Imagine this. You get in your car in the capital city of Taipei, a bustling metropolis, and within a few hours, you're on the serene beaches of Kenting National Park. Or perhaps you're exploring the ancient temples of Tainan, the island's historical heart. Every corner of Taiwan offers something different, whether it's the cutting-edge technology of Taipei or the untouched natural beauty of Taroko Gorge. But it's not just about driving fast. Taiwan's high-speed rail system is so efficient that you can get from the northern tip of the island to the southernmost point in just 2 hours. This kind of accessibility makes Taiwan a dream destination for travelers who want to see as much as possible in a limited time. And here's the twist. Despite its small size, Taiwan has an incredible diversity of landscapes. From the lush, green mountains of the interior to the rugged cliffs and beaches along the east coast, there's a new adventure waiting around every corner. Have you ever wanted to hike through a marble canyon one day and relax on a tropical beach the next? In Taiwan, you can. Trash trucks play Beethoven. In Taiwan, even taking out the trash is an experience you won't forget. Instead of traditional garbage bins, Taiwan uses roving trash trucks that play Beethoven's Für Elise to signal their arrival. Yes, you heard that right. Classical music for your garbage. When you hear that familiar melody, it's time to grab your trash and head outside. But it gets even better. During the holidays, the trucks switch it up and play Christmas carols. Imagine tossing out your garbage to the sound of jingle bells on a warm December evening. It's a uniquely charming part of life in Taiwan that foreigners are often surprised by. So why does Taiwan do this? It's actually part of the country's commitment to cleanliness and waste management. Instead of leaving trash bins out on the streets, people hand their garbage directly to the truck, reducing litter and keeping the streets pristine. In fact, Taiwan is known for being one of the cleanest countries in Asia, and this quirky system plays a big role in that reputation. Have you ever thought about how something as mundane as trash collection could become a daily event that people actually look forward to? In Taiwan, it's just one more example of how the island turns the ordinary into the extraordinary. World's leading tech giant. Did you know that Taiwan is the global leader in producing the technology we rely on every day? This tiny island nation produces 95% of the world's advanced computer chips thanks to the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, TSMC. Whether you're using a smartphone, laptop, or gaming console, chances are it's powered by a chip made in Taiwan. Think about it. The phone in your hand, the computer on your desk, and the car you drive all likely have technology from Taiwan inside them. TSMC isn't just a local hero, it's a global powerhouse. Major tech companies from Apple to Nvidia depend on TSMC for the chips that power their most advanced products. But what makes Taiwan such a dominant player in the tech world? It's a combination of innovation, expertise, and infrastructure. Taiwan has invested heavily in research and development, ensuring that companies like TSMC remain at the forefront of technological advancements. And it's not just about volume. Taiwan produces some of the most advanced semiconductors in the world, components that are essential for everything from smartphones to artificial intelligence. In many ways, Taiwan is the engine that drives the modern world's digital economy. Without its technology, the global tech landscape would look very different. Have you ever stopped to think about the incredible amount of technology that powers your daily life? Chances are, a lot of it comes from Taiwan. Renting a car is expensive. Why does renting a car in Taiwan cost so much? It might surprise you to learn that renting a car in Taiwan can be significantly more expensive than in other countries. One of the main reasons for this is the limited availability of rental cars, especially during peak travel seasons. Taiwan is a popular tourist destination, and during holidays or vacation periods, demand for rental cars skyrockets, giving rental companies the opportunity to raise prices. Another reason is the country's insurance regulations, which are often stricter than what visitors might be used to. Insurance is typically included in the rental price, but the coverage can be more comprehensive than what you're used to back home, leading to higher costs. For foreign visitors, there might also be additional fees, such as deposits or extra paperwork, which can quickly add up. So, what's the best way to get around in Taiwan without breaking the bank? One option is to make use of Taiwan's excellent public transportation system, which includes buses, trains, and high-speed rail. If you're looking for a more personal experience, consider hiring a private driver for day trips, an option that's surprisingly affordable and takes the stress out of navigating Taiwan's busy streets. But if you're set on renting a car, it pays to plan ahead. Book early, compare prices across different rental agencies, and be sure to ask about all potential fees up front. With the right preparation, you can still enjoy the freedom of exploring Taiwan on your own terms, even if the costs are a bit higher than you might expect. Scooters everywhere. Have you ever seen so many scooters in one place? In Taiwan, scooters aren't just a mode of transportation, they're a way of life. With around one scooter for every two people, these two-wheeled vehicles dominate the streets, especially in the more densely populated cities. But why scooters? What makes them so popular in Taiwan? First, Taiwan is a relatively small island with densely populated urban centers. Parking spaces can be hard to come by, especially for larger vehicles like cars. Scooters, on the other hand, are compact, easy to park, and ideal for weaving through traffic. For short trips around town, whether it's commuting to work, running errands, or grabbing a quick bite to eat, scooters are incredibly convenient. They're also affordable, both in terms of fuel and maintenance, making them accessible to a wide range of people. But the scooter craze doesn't stop with locals. Many tourists visiting Taiwan also rent scooters to get around, drawn by the freedom and excitement of zipping through Taiwan's vibrant streets. Imagine exploring Taipei or Kaohsiung on a scooter, the wind in your face as you cruise past bustling markets, temples, and neon-lit streets. And here's the best part. Scooters aren't just functional. They're also a lot of fun. Taiwan's winding mountain roads and scenic coastal highways are perfect for leisurely rides. If you've ever wanted to experience Taiwan like a local, renting a scooter is the way to go. Convenience store heaven. Did you know Taiwan ranks second in the world for the highest concentration of convenience stores per person? With nearly 10,000 convenience stores spread across the island, Taiwan is only behind South Korea in terms of convenience store density. What makes this even more impressive is the role these stores play in everyday life. In Taiwan, convenience stores are much more than just a place to grab snacks and drinks. They're an integral part of the social fabric. In addition to offering a wide variety of local and international snacks, convenience stores in Taiwan provide a range of services that go far beyond what you might expect. Need to pay a bill? You can do that at a 7-Eleven. Want to print documents or ship a package? No problem. The local Family Mart has you covered. These stores even offer ATMs, train ticket sales, and some serve as post offices. And the food? It's nothing like the prepackaged meals you might find in Western convenience stores. Taiwan's convenience store chains like 7-Eleven and Family Mart offer freshly prepared meals that include everything from traditional Taiwanese breakfast options to hearty lunches and dinners. Some stores even have dining areas where you can sit down and enjoy your meal. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to live in a country where a convenience store is always within walking distance? In Taiwan, no matter where you are, even in remote mountain villages, you're never far from a Family Mart or 7-Eleven. It's a convenience lover's paradise. The longest rainbow ever recorded in 2017. Taiwan made history by witnessing the longest rainbow ever recorded. This natural spectacle lasted an incredible 8 hours and 58 minutes and was observed from the mountains surrounding Taipei. The conditions were perfect for this once-in-a-lifetime event. which took place in November 2017 and made headlines around the world. But Taiwan's relationship with rainbows doesn't end there. The island's unique geography and climate make it one of the best places in the world to see rainbows. In certain areas, especially in the mountains and along the east coast, it's not uncommon to see multiple rainbows at once, a phenomenon that's both breathtaking and surreal. Have you ever imagined seeing 4 rainbows at the same time? In Taiwan, this kind of spectacle isn't as rare as you might think. The combination of frequent rain showers, mountains, and coastal breezes creates the perfect environment for rainbow spotting. In fact, some locals refer to Yangmingshan as the rainbow capital of the world. The next time you're in Taiwan, keep an eye on the sky after a rainstorm. You might just witness nature's most colorful light show. Taiwan's connection to ancient China. Did you know that Taiwan was once connected to mainland China by a land bridge? During the last ice age, lower sea levels exposed a land bridge that spanned the Taiwan Strait, connecting the island to what is now mainland China. This allowed the first human settlers to arrive on Taiwan over 20,000 years ago. But what's truly fascinating is how Taiwan's isolation after the Ice Age shaped its unique culture. When the land bridge disappeared as sea levels rose, Taiwan developed independently from China, creating distinct languages, customs, and traditions. Have you ever wondered what life was like for these early settlers? The indigenous peoples of Taiwan, who arrived thousands of years ago, left behind a rich cultural legacy that can still be seen today in the island's art, festivals, and architecture. Although Taiwan has been influenced by various waves of migration and colonization, it has managed to preserve many of its ancient traditions, making it a place where the past and present coexist in harmony. Taipei, 101, a towering symbol. Standing at the base of Taipei, 101, you can't help but feel dwarfed by this architectural wonder. Once the tallest building in the world, Taipei 101 remains an iconic part of Taiwan's skyline. Completed in 2004, the building stands at a staggering 1,667 feet, with 101 floors designed to resemble a bamboo stalk, a symbol of strength and resilience in Asian culture. But Taipei 101 is more than just a tall building. It's an engineering marvel. Built to withstand the frequent earthquakes and typhoons that affect Taiwan, Taipei 101 incorporates cutting-edge technology, including a massive tuned mass damper, a 660-ton pendulum suspended between the 87th and 92nd floors. This damper helps counteract the swaying caused by strong winds or seismic activity, ensuring that the building remains stable. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to stand at the top of one of the world's tallest buildings? The observation decks on the 89th and 91st floors offer breathtaking views of Taipei and the surrounding mountains. On a clear day, you can see all the way to the ocean. Inside, Taipei 101 is a bustling hub of activity, with luxury shopping malls, high-end restaurants, and office spaces. It's a symbol of Taiwan's modernity and economic success, standing tall as a beacon of innovation in the heart of the city. Taiwan's notorious Stinky tofu. If there's one food that divides opinion in Taiwan, it's Stinky tofu. This pungent street food has a smell so strong that it can be detected from hundreds of meters away. But despite its off-putting aroma, Stinky tofu is a beloved snack among locals. And for those who dare to try it, the flavor is surprisingly mild and savory. So what exactly is Stinky tofu? It's tofu that's been fermented in a brine made from vegetables, milk, and sometimes meat or seafood. After fermentation, the tofu is deep fried until crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. It's typically served with pickled vegetables and spicy sauces, which help balance the strong flavors. Have you ever been brave enough to try a food that smells bad but tastes great? In Taiwan, Stinky tofu is a rite of passage for adventurous eaters. It's sold at night markets across the island, where the scent wafts through the air, tempting or repelling passersby. Love it or hate it, Stinky tofu is an integral part of Taiwan's vibrant street food scene. Leading the fight against plastic, Taiwan is on a mission to eliminate single-use plastics by 2030. The island has already made significant strides in reducing plastic waste, with bans on plastic straws, bags, and utensils in many restaurants and stores. By 2025, these single-use items will either come at a premium or be completely banned in many places. Taiwan's government and citizens are taking sustainability seriously, leading the way in East Asia with ambitious environmental initiatives. So, what does this look like in everyday life? Imagine sitting down at your favorite cafe in Taipei, ready to enjoy a cold drink, and noticing something is missing: the plastic straw. Instead, you're offered a reusable or biodegradable alternative. It's a small change that, on a large scale, makes a significant difference. Taiwan's approach is focused on reducing waste at the source rather than dealing with the aftermath, and it's proving to be effective. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to live in a place where plastic waste is becoming a thing of the past? Taiwan is making it a reality. Beyond plastic reduction, Taiwan is also investing in innovative recycling programs with one of the highest recycling rates in the world. The island's commitment to environmental responsibility is part of a larger push to ensure a cleaner, greener future, not just for Taiwan, but as a model for other countries to follow. Whether it's through community initiatives, government regulations, or cutting-edge technology, Taiwan is demonstrating that reducing our dependence on plastics is possible. It's a collective effort, and the results are impressive. Cleaner streets, reduced waste, and a growing awareness of environmental stewardship. Taiwan is showing that small changes, when embraced by an entire nation, can lead to a big impact. The longest school hours in the world education is a serious business in Taiwan, and students here put in more hours than almost anywhere else in the world. Taiwanese students attend school for longer hours each day, with additional time spent in cram schools after regular classes. These buksibans, or cram schools, are a core part of the education system, where students receive extra instruction in key subjects like math, science, and language. But why do students in Taiwan spend so much time in school? It's largely due to the intense competition for university spots and job opportunities. Parents and students alike understand that academic success is the key to future prosperity, and the education system reflects this. Students often study late into the evening, balancing regular schoolwork with their cram school obligations. Have you ever thought about what it takes to succeed in such a rigorous educational environment? For Taiwanese students, this high-pressure system can be challenging, but it's also a source of pride. Many students develop strong work ethics, discipline, and a deep commitment to academic achievement. Taiwan consistently ranks highly in global education assessments, particularly in math and science. However, the long school hours and demanding schedules also raise questions about the balance between education and personal development. In recent years, there has been growing discussion in Taiwan about the potential stress and burnout that students face in such a competitive environment. Efforts are being made to reform the system and offer students more opportunities for creative and critical thinking. In addition to traditional academic subjects, Taiwan is a place of contrasts. A small island with a massive influence on the world stage, from its technological innovations to its cultural exports. Whether it's the vibrant street life, the stunning natural beauty, or the island's ambitious environmental goals, Taiwan never ceases to amaze. This is a country where ancient traditions meet modern innovation, and where every corner offers a new story waiting to be discovered. If you found this video insightful, leave a comment below and share what surprised you the most about Taiwan. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into fascinating places and cultures around the world. See you in the next video.